The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour, brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate your growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials down 190. You get the Nasdaq down 26. S&Ps are off 11.5. Gold down 330, trading 13.32. We have silver down 10 cents, $16.61. They both caught a bid yesterday. Got to higher price today, and we have volume behind them. So we'll see how that baby shakes out. You get the light sweet crude down 60 cents, $62. We got EIA numbers coming out.
That's right.
10:30.
Half hour from right now.
Yep. Notes and bonds. You get the 10-year note up to 120.03, 30-year bond down 5, 143.07. King dollar down 65 ticks, 89.510. That traded lower yesterday. Had volume pickup. Euro is at 124.13 to $1 US. The yen is at 105.85 to the US dollar. Volatility in spades, beautiful thing. Last night, 4:15, bottom line, they come out, Cohn resigns. Futures open down 30, get down 37. Guess what? Market's coming all the way back.
We'll see.
Deviant market. It's a beautiful thing. You got to love it. It's a two-way market out here.
That's for sure.
Let's go over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks at TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. And if you haven't test drove the Thinkorswim platform yet, folks, really easy to do. Come over to our website at TFN, and you see the banner on the top of the side. You bring it up. They'll let you trade with paper money each and every trading day right here, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. You want to understand the market upside down. You want to understand defined risk, strategies, futures. Join Kevin and his team. Great program. Kevin Hanks, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Tommy. How's everybody doing?
Well, it's you know, when I saw this last night, you know, I said to myself, man, this market's so deviant, man, it's just going to make its way all the way back. And, you know.
I'll tell you what I said to everyone. I was in a text group yesterday. I'll say what I said when I came on the air at 7 o'clock Chicago time this morning on the Future Show.
Yeah.
A liberal Democrat.
Yeah.
Working in a Republican White House.
Yeah.
Who said he wanted to get tax reform and regulation reform done and then leave, does so because the Republican president does exactly what he campaigned on and has basically spoken about doing for 20 years, and the market is surprised. I go, I don't get it.
Yeah. Well, I guess market-wise, remember we talked about this yesterday, that my take is that we're in a downdraft anyway, so we're in a correction. And it's what I love is that there's always news events that move everything around.
That's for sure.
That will feed it.
Yeah.
People attach that to the. Think about this, Tom. You're exactly right. It's like the two-sided trade that we're in right now.
Yeah.
I don't go so far as to call it direction, but I call it a two-way trade. We're in a consolidation phase where it's a great trader's market.
Right.
No. But in the same week that they completely, they throw aside the fact that North Korea and South Korea are talking about nuclear disarmament.
Yeah.
And they attach themselves to Gary Cohn. It's amazing to me.
It is.
Because I read some quotes on the air today, Tom. Listen to this. It was October 11th of 2017. The New York Post reports we are on the brink of nuclear war. December 3rd, 2017, Fox News. We are on the brink of nuclear war. They were talking about. And so my theme here is noise.
Right. No, listen.
In this market, and you've got to, as a trader and an investor, you've got to look at don't overreact to noise in these markets.
Well, if I remember anything, it's like when you first start trading, right? Everything's going great. The economy's going great. And then, a company comes out with great numbers, right? And then you go in the morning, it's like, why is that stock down, man?
Right.
Sure. Yeah. So it is a great lesson to understand that stay with what you know technically and fundamentally, because it's your money. That's the real bottom line.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, of the S&P 500 right now, 74% of the S&P 500 stocks have reported positive earnings earnings per share, 70 or surprises. I mean, better than expected. 77% have reported positive sales surprises. We're looking at 14.8% earnings growth from fourth quarter.
That's big, man. That's big.
That's the fundamentals. That's what everyone should be looking at.
No. Hey, I'm going to switch gears on you for a second because our man, Mr. Larry Pesavento, right? He starts us off at 9 o'clock, right?
Yes.
What a guest he had on, man. So he had this guy on, I think it's Sylvia's Financial, right? Bottom line, they're the largest insurer of crops in the United States, right? And it was so cool that I got such an education, and they were talking about beans and the bean and corn, right?
I think it was Simon.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
And it was amazing that Larry was asking him that, okay, do you think they're gonna, basically hedge it out, or they're gonna grow more? And he was explaining that I believe the November bean crop is insured right now at $10.40. And so he's explaining that they have a 10% deductible, right? And he says, so realistically, the way he's looking at it, they're going to plant more beans because that's their break even. So if you were farmers, guess what? If it goes up, they're going to make a lot of money and they're going to get paid off anyway, right?
Right.
And then he was saying, well, then and after that, you want to take a look at corn because they're not going to be planting corn. It was just so cool, and I'm sure you know that, but it was the first time I realized that the insurance has a huge amount of ramifications inside the futures market period, I guess,
Oh, crop insurance is huge, and it's a big business.
Yeah.
It basically, think about it. What is insurance? It's basically a derivative, right? Just like trading futures is a derivative.
Yeah.
Right? And it's all ways to hedge your risk in terms of crops.
Right.
So crop insurance, futures, very similar.
Yeah, it was so cool, man. I mean, because he was explaining, Larry asked him, well, he has 42 crop agents across and that's the whole business. Do you know what I mean? And then he asked him about weather. This was pretty cool.
Yep.
And he said, listen, man, like, we're in the insurance business. We'll look 2 weeks out, but that's it, man. Do you know what I mean?
Anything can happen
most of the world, actually. They look at long-term trends.
Yeah.
But, if these markets, the joke used to be, Tom, if it's raining on LaSalle Street in Chicago, grains will be down.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what people do. They look at weather forecasts, and, Argentina has been having bad weather, but if these grains are down, it's because maybe they're getting a little rain in Argentina. Now the grains are all pretty much flat today, unchanged, but the weather is an unbelievable. Yeah, but I wouldn't say grain markets go too far out on weather either. I'd say that's accurate.
Yeah, it was really cool. And I was thinking of you, of course, because it's like, wow, that differential, and I'm sure it's huge. It's like, okay, man, you're going to get crushed, but the bottom line is that not the farmer, because the bottom line is that that's
get that insurance.
That's it. That's the base.
And everyone thinks that bad weather is so bad for farmers and grain crops. And so think about this: if a quarter of your crop gets destroyed by weather, but the price is double,
right?
You're a huge winner.
Yeah.
You'll do that every single year.
All day long, right?
Exactly. So don't worry, the numbers add up. The prices take care of the risks and things like that. It's just, like I said, it's fascinating.
It is.
It intrigues me and haunts me at the same time.
Listen, that's what's so great about it, though, right? It keeps you alive and kicking, man. I love it.
There you go.
Folks, right here, 45 minutes. You want to understand the market's upside down, defined risk, option strategies, futures. Kevin and his team, 11 to 12 every trading day. Go to TFNN.com, hit Tiger TV. Kevin, have a great one, a safe one. We look forward to show at 11.
Good talking to you guys.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, Kevin.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionics, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. So Dow right now is down 207. You get the Nasdaq off 25. S&P's off 11.5, and it's Wednesday and it's oil day, right?
That's right. So it's 10. What time is it? It's 10:18. Yeah, 10:18 Eastern time. We have less than 12 minutes till we get those EIA crude oil reports for the inventory for the week. Pulled up crude oil on the Nadex platform. We're trading right now 61.888, 61.88. And let's jump around to some of these spreads, all right? So we're going to start off. I pulled up, we're in commodity spreads, crude oil. I jumped to the 11 a.m.s. So again, the underlying contract right now trading 61.88. Sometimes what we do, we like to take a look at maybe the volatility trade, right, having a bullish spread and a bearish spread. So in this instance, right, we have multiple choices here for the 11 a.m. expirations. We have one spread that we could go from 61.50. Okay, so that would give us where the bullish spread is going to have intrinsic value of almost like 40 cents, right? Because 61.50 up to 63, contracts right now at 61.91, and then on the, if you want to go a little bit higher, so you know this is where it's going to be a little bit of an education here, because when we like to make these trades originally, it's when the price of oil is right at 61.50, right? So if it's right at 61.50, there's no intrinsic value on either side of this spread.
And it's moved so much in the last even half hour.
Well, and that's why, yeah. So these are 9 till 11. They're going to get set just prior to 9. And if you see where this was trading at up at around 9 o'clock, we're up at almost 62.40. And that's why 62.25, I think, was where these got set for the middle. And that's where the very middle spread, 61.50 to 63, the square middle, that's 62.25. So just to give your options here, right? So 61.50 up to 63. If you're going to purchase this, it's costing you $45.
Yeah.
Of that, $38 is going to be intrinsic value. So you're paying about $7 or 7 pennies in premium. Now, what's interesting is if you just want to go bullish here, right?
Right.
That's not a bad trade as well.
Right.
You know, where you have defined risk down to 61.50, you have profit potential up to 63, and for that risk reward, you're paying a slight premium of about 7 pennies.
Right.
And, you know, so, you know, if you wanted to make a similar trade on the bearish side so that you had volatility anywhere away from 61.50, then this is the one that's going to be dramatically out of the money by about 38 cents. So it's just going to be premium. And what's cool here is it's a similar amount of premium. You know,
Yes.
it's $7 or $8 of premium here, but you're paying for the intrinsic value on this side. So you can see that on this trade, you're starting with a lot of intrinsic value to the bullish side, right? If you need to break even here, you need to make up both sides of this trade, so call it $53 away from 61.50. So you need to trade up to above 62, and you're only about 11 pennies away on the bullish side.
Pretty cool, right?
So what if you were bearish?
If you're bullish, that's cool.
Right. If you had a bullish bias, you know, and you're looking for volatility, you want to have exposure to both directions, but realistically you have a bullish bias, that's not a bad trade. Now, what if you had the similar mentality, but you're bearish, right? And that's where this lines up nice as well. You would just choose potentially the 62.25, okay?
Yeah.
And here's where the bearish one goes from 62.25 down to 60.75. Now this is where selling this, you're going to have all your intrinsic value of 35 cents underneath the ceiling of that from 62.25 down to 61.90, call it, 61.89. And that's why this one, pretty similar, right? Pretty cool. The other one, the bullish one, was costing us 43. This one, it's costing us 43 for the same reason. You have about 35 cents of intrinsic value. You get about 8 cents, $8 in premium. And then on the flip side, you're going to have your bullish one that starts at 62.25, about 35 cents out of the money. Super similar, right? Same exact trade.
Look at that.
Different comparisons. This one using 60.
Exact same number, too.
Yeah, and it's what's nice is that they line up literally where 61.90 is almost dead in the middle between 61.50 and 62.25.
Right.
So you're just flipping what point you're kind of buying and selling that volatility at. So those are the 11 AMs, okay? Now the 12 o'clocks line up with the same price points, okay? So let's just say that you want to make that bullish bias trade, okay? So we were getting in at 61.50 being the bullish trade. Now you can see a little bit more expensive, right? Because you're paying until 12. That's the only difference.
Not bad though, only $3.
And then on the same way, you would be looking for the bearish one. It's going to be a little bit more expensive. Similar action there.
Must be another bid now.
Yeah, that's jumping around as we speak because that should be a little bit cheaper usually. We'll pull it up. One last one I want to go through because we have 7 minutes until is the dailies.
Right.
So this lines up a little bit closer, a little bit less intrinsic value here, which is nice.
Okay.
Because, and you have till 2:30, and the daily ones are $5 spreads.
Right.
So these we're looking at were $1.50. You're now going to have $5 of potential profit. If oil moved $5 in one day, God knows what would be happening in the world right now, right?
Yeah.
Seriously. But again, you line up a bullish and a bearish spread. Now again, you could just take one side of this, and I bring it up just because 62 to 67, you're only paying 23 cents. You're getting in about 30 cents above market. You have till 2:30.
That's pretty. That's
yeah,
awesome.
and numbers are about to break right now, and you could get. Realistically, a $2 move is very realistic in what we've been getting, let alone, you don't need the full 5. But I just want to bring up both. So here's your bullish spread. That's all premium. The bearish one's going to have about 12 cents of intrinsic value. It's going to be a little bit more expensive. But you can see this one lines up at about 59. And again,
that's not bad.
It's not bad.
It was 47 for the 11.
Was.
No,
now
the 12.
For both of them almost.
Yeah,
it was pretty close. And that's where you had more intrinsic value, though. So on this one, you're about 11 pennies away from 62.
Yeah.
So you need to make up that combined value, call it $59, away from 62. So you're going to need about 60 cents in movement away from 62. But you have till 2:30.
Huge.
And you have that $5 of potential profit if it comes in.
Yeah.
So 61.89 right now. And we got about 5 minutes until that news breaks.
Okay, so let's
jump around.
ExxonMobil. It's interesting that thing they come out with numbers that's getting smoked this morning. So look at this.
Okay.
That's going after its swing low. Now this is a big heads up for the market in general. 73. Hit 74.12. Bottom line is that it's going after it. So let's go into the oil contract itself. Let's see. We got. Okay, so I'm looking at the J contract.
Which is April. That's what we're looking at in Nadex as well.
And intraday. Okay, so let's take a look at that. Oh, don't do this to me. Okay, 1 second. Let's go do it again.
Yep.
There we go.
And that is the price movement we saw.
Yep.
We're up to 62.50, down just under 62 now.
So this is interesting. So I would be bearish because that leg down, look at that volume. That to me, that wants to get tested, which is the 61.65 down there.
Okay. And for the purposes, we're just walking through each trade. You could be bearish. Somebody could be bullish.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Right.
We're just walking through each side.
Right.
Everybody's going to have their market biases, and that's why we put out both sides of the trade, you know, where you are. So if you know, somebody walks into that trade with a slight bearish to pull it back up, the ones that we were looking at potentially, right? When we were looking at, let's even say the 12 o'clocks, well, if you're slightly bearish, you might want to be paying for intrinsic value to the bearish side, right? So that's where maybe
bullish, just the opposite.
Exactly. Right. So that's where maybe you'd use the 62.25 as your point, because then coming into the bearish side, that's going to be where you have value because you're within the spread to the bearish side. You're selling that, costing you 44. On the bullish side, that is the one that's all premium.
Yeah.
And so that's going to cost you about 15. So again, 58, 59. These are the 12s. These are the 12s. So you need 60 cents of movement away from that 62.25 point in either direction. But we call it a slightly bearish because you have such a head start to the bearish side. So we'll come back. We'll see what happens.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We have the Dow Industrials right now. They are trading down 149, Nasdaq's off 7, S&Ps are down 6. We'll come right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. So let's see. We get gasoline inventories fell 780,000 barrels.
The headline number there we're looking for, right? Crude oil rising 2.4 million barrels. So there's a bunch of estimates that come out, right? But one of them, in terms of median analyst estimates, so forth, but a good gauge. Whisper numbers are in. Bloomberg users expecting a build of about 2 million barrels. So pretty close in line. And here's kind of the numbers before we jump back to the chart. Cushing crude declining 605,000 barrels. PAD 3 crude plus 2.5 million barrels. Gasoline, check out the difference there, though. Minus 788 versus the estimate of an increase of 1.5.
Yeah.
Distillates minus about 600,000, call it, versus an estimate of a decline of about 1 million. So let's jump back to the Nadex platform. Check out what's happening in that oil contract. We'll pull up the chart, and we have gotten quite a little bid. So from that, we saw trading just under, call it 61.90, give or take, was where we were. We're up about 30 pennies from there, 62.25. Now, you know, looking for a bearish one, that would have been a little tough, right? Because this would have been our 62.25, if we recall. This was the one that had all the intrinsic value in it, right? Because we were down at about 61.90. From there, though, we're back now. What would be most unfortunate right now is that if this trade, your max loss is at 62.25 if we had taken both of these, right?
Right.
Because you're selling a spread that goes from 62.25 down to 60.75. You're buying a spread, and that's if you do both legs.
That's right.
That goes from 62.25 up to 63.75. So you have value away from 62.25. Right. So your max loss is actually right at 62.25. Right. And we're within a few pennies of there. Now, the flip side, though, if you had taken the bullish position, right, that was 61.50 was going to be the potential trade there. And that's why we were going to have the value of 61.50, having the 35 to 40 cents of intrinsic value.
Right.
And again, this would be the one where you'd have your value now to the upside. Your bearish spread would be completely out of the money, obviously. And, you know, if you wanted to close that out right now, so you're looking at $72.
Which cost you
43, 47, depending on which time. We're looking at the 12.
47.
Yeah.
Right. That's still great.
Yes. No, definitely.
30
And that's where,
cents.
you know, that way you just, you know, you have your options, you get it figured out. And then let's just jump back to, before we jump around, the 230s. Those are the ones where 62 is going to be our point, right? So 62, we would have been buying the bullish one, selling the bearish one, $5 in each direction. And that one was costing us about 60 cents. For the full day, both options.
Yep.
And right now, we need a little bit more action in that, you know, for sure, because you're paying till 2:30. But you can see that even putting up
a long time.
Yeah, even putting up $60, which represents 60 cents a movement away from 62. We're close, and we have some action, which is what you'd want. And like we've said, you know, oil, just to take a look at the chart. I mean, you want some volatility, man. We're up at 63. We're down at 61.50. The day is young, exactly.
No doubt.
We'll check back in and see where it goes.
Pretty wild, man.
Yes.
You got to love the movement in it. There's no doubt about it. The let's go over to Bitcoin, XBT.
Volatility. Okay.
Yeah. And you know it's interesting. Okay, so you know we had a low last night. Well, today, 10,422.
Okay.
And I thought what was intriguing, I mean, I'm shot this baby right now, but watch this. This is, yeah, here it is right here. Now, this is kind of, yeah, this is pretty cool.
A Tokyo whale, here we go.
Tokyo, now this is Bitcoin Tokyo whale, sold 400 million, and he's not done yet. He's not your typical Bitcoin whale, but, want to pronounce that?
Sorry, I'm lost. I was reading it myself.
Right there. His name. Okay.
Nobuaki Kobayashi. Okay. Kobayashi is a good last name. I like that.
I know. Has become a force to be reckoned in the cryptocurrency world. He's the Tokyo attorney and bankruptcy trustee of the now defunct Mt. Gox exchange.
Now that's, I mean, that was a big one. Do you remember that?
The biggest one.
So that makes sense as to why he's the trustee for that Mt. Gox.
So this is what's intriguing, okay? And he disclosed Wednesday that he had already sold 400 million worth of Bitcoin in Bitcoin Cash since September.
Yep.
And now his average price, okay?
And he's still sitting on $1.9 billion of tokens.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And his average price has been 10,105.
Okay.
So what's going on here, folks, is that the reason this is disclosed because they went bankrupt, so he's the trustee, he's trying to get the people's money back.
This was such an important paragraph to finish it. Yeah, Kobayashi is sitting on the $1.9 billion of tokens. to consider offloading them as he raises cash to distribute to the creditors. So he's he is acting as, you know, the creditor, trying to get everything he can for the people of Mt. Gox who lost their Bitcoins. So he's just trying to manage that and exit the trade kind of at the most value he can. One of the world's biggest Bitcoin exchanges, Mt. Gox, filed for bankruptcy 4 years ago. It's amazing that was 4 years ago, man.
Look at how many coins they had.
Lost 850,000 Bitcoins worth about 500 million. Now, guess what? I was just going to say then, it recovered about 200,000 of the Bitcoins. I mean, still losing 650,000.
You know what's going to be intriguing? Well, let's go back 4 years ago, because more than likely these creditors might get all their money back. Wouldn't that be wild?
It would. If it took long enough that
we'll just go back 4 years and we'll see.
I mean, this just so I can already this one only goes back to March 2017, and we're crazy. Go ahead, you can pull it up.
All you have to do is, if it's worth 4 times, he only got a quarter of them back. So here's 5 years.
I mean, it's not even close. That's what I was trying to.
Oh my God,
that's what I was saying.
They're gonna make money. 4 years ago, Bitcoin was $127.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to play out. No, interesting, right?
Isn't that wild?
It is.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's intense. So my point with the average there had to do with, like, okay, if you're the trustee, are you going to take, you know, a risk that you're going to be down to 5,600, you know? And
well, what's crazy is there's so many fundamental things in there. It'd be great to get somebody who understands it completely, just because, and you're right, but why wouldn't you sell everything right now if you can make everybody whole? There's pieces of that story where we're missing, you know, because if you could just sell it, and maybe he can't sell it all because $2 billion will crash the market, so he's trying to exit it in a timely fashion. But the other side of that is, even if he crashes the market down to 5,000 and he gets everybody back their money, you should just do it, because you're not in there to make them money. You're in there just to make them whole. You are. So I feel like we're missing some part of, you know, because like you said, Bitcoin was at $100, $200. I mean, it's you know, it's up 100 times. So those people could all make boku bucks.
Wouldn't that be wild?
Yeah, it would.
It would. Look at this S&P. It's crawling back, folks. You're gonna love this deviant market, man. And you know, let's put it up. So you're only down 4 points right now.
We're going to be green by 11 a.m.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna come back. This thing wants to, you know, get up there and test that 27.95. So, you know, I want to go to the DAX. So the DAX in Germany, you know, you're up 75 right now, but what you're going to see, this is having a hard time getting away from the February 9th level. You know, you broke it Monday. Yesterday you go up with 107 million shares. Well, you're going into 211 million.
Yeah. Okay,
so that's telling me that, guess what? We're still downtown. And that number that would have to get back inside, by the way, is 12,232, and we're 12,189. Now, if we take the FTSE in the UK also, and we take a look at the FTSE, what you're going to see in the FTSE, same type of setup. You know, you're up 20 bucks, but you're basically laying at these February 6th
pretty close
levels. Yeah, exactly. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow right now down 116. Nasdaq is down 3. S&Ps are off 5. We're going to be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow right now down 100. You get the Nasdaq almost flat. It's going green. S&P is down 4, and oil is definitely green.
Yes, it sure is. So check that out. Right back here, we're looking at 5-minute bars. So it's 10:42 right now. We've had about 12 minutes since that news came out with the crude oil EIA report. And from there, we're continuing to get a bid. We're trading at about 61.90. We're up to above 62.50 currently, and we are climbing. So I just pulled up, even if we had made the trade with 62.25, which was the one maybe if you were bearish you were looking at, right? You're going to have, I mean, there's still considerable value here to the upside with that move. And this is why, you know, you could still make the trade with both sides of it. You're making it with a bearish bias. Maybe in that case we had walked through. But that's why you might like to make it, but still be looking for a pop on that news if you think the premium is worth paying for on both sides. And just to illustrate, you know, this still has about $29, $30 in value right now as we look at it. That trade was going to cost us about $50 for both sides of both contracts. So this is something that you can trade out of throughout the day, right? I mean, you could, let's say, that might be the opportunity to say, listen, I was looking for the bearish slide, right? I'm going to cut my losses here. I'm going to take $30 off the table. That full trade is going to cost me $20 maybe, you know, with commissions on both sides. And then you live for another day, right? And then, you know, when you do get the explosion to the downside, because we've gotten 60 cents of movement. You know, if we got that same 60 cents of movement to the downside from 61.90, you'd be trading at 61.30. You'd almost have a full dollar, which would be $100 in value, which would almost be 100% profit. So you can see how you can manage that trade. And as we speak, you know, it's continuing to climb. And so on these 11s and 12s, you have profit potential all the way up to 63.75, and that is not out of the realm with a good hour and 15 minutes left.
And we know what's intriguing today is that if we go to the daily spreads, you know, it's not going to go $5, but guess what? You move that much already.
Oh, for sure.
This thing could flip around and
oil's
go
been
another
volatile,
75.
man, just in general, let alone having you know, the crude oil inventory numbers coming out on a daily basis. Crude's jumping $1 or $2. Standard. Just like the market's jumping 200 to 400.
Totally. Look at, here we go.
Exactly.
There goes the NQs. You gotta love it, folks. NQM. So this baby is going for it. You know, the low last night was 68.27. Look at that. We've gone up 110 points already. and it's almost like nothing ever, come down. So,
and just to Kevin's point, and he made a great point, that's what Trump has been saying he's going to do, but the counter argument of that is that Trump said he's going to do a lot of stuff, and the market has to fight through what he's actually going to do. China was supposed to be labeled a currency manipulator on day one, That's not happening. You know what I mean? Now there are tariffs and stuff. So there's a lot that gets said, and it's you just can't shake it off. Well, that's what he said he's going to do, because the market has different expectations. Right. And you can't go both ways. But you can't say, well, that's just rhetoric. Let's wait and see what happens. And so you got to fight through that. And so that's
I'm going with price and volume. That's what I'm doing.
I hear you. And that's that's what Kevin was saying too. Stick to what's happening, right?
Stick to what you feel you're good at in the market, I think. Do you know what I mean? Because it's your money. That's what it really comes down to.
Because you can get lost in the fog right now.
Oh my God!
There's a lot of fog.
There's no doubt
on both.
There's
lots of fog.
It's what the cool thing is that going through this cycle, everyone's going to really learn a lot. Every cycle's different. Do you know what I'm saying? Meaning that, like, when you have high volatility when it comes in. Yes. The cool thing is that, if I've learned anything, is that it's always like there's always news that comes in from somewhere that gets these counter trend bounce going, and then normally if you're in a if we're in a consolidation or a downdraft, then all of a sudden we'll lose it again. Sure. You know what I mean? It's like if we go over to GE. Watch, I'll show you something with GE. Once you're kind of onto something, bottom line. GE's laying down here at this, $14 level, right? Has a nice pop the other day. Gets up to, nice pop. It gets up to $14.65. But guess what? That's, it was $14.
Definitely.
And as we watch this in the future, I expect that that's all it's going to be. That's like a little building cause to go down. Yeah. But when you see it on a daily basis, like, hey, man, that just went up, 6%, 7% in a day.
How are Boeing, Ford, GM, how are they doing today?
Let's take a look. So Boeing is flat. That's unusual.
Can we pull? Yeah, what are they? Because I think they got smacked last night pretty quickly in terms of the
look at that.
So they opened a lot lower.
This already went up $10.
That's what I'm.
Look at that. Oh my God. So they just plowed that down at the open.
Can I even open up? I want to see the overnight action to see. Yeah, so it was below 340, 337. That's last night, 5:45 p.m. The news came out about 5:15 Eastern time, right after your show. They waited for you to end your show, and then they announced it. Right. But Andy Heck was live on the air. So even lower than that open, But check out that opening bar, right? Yep. Below 340 and back up, and barely negative at this point.
And if we go inside, let's go right inside. First, we'll go inside all the indices. So Dow, right now down 92. Putting negative into it, you got Caterpillar negative 13, Home Depot 13 negative. Yep. Exxon 10, positive, IBM 10, Chevron 6, McDonald's 3. Inside the NDX 100, this is where the strength is too. You get Autodesk. Look at this move. Autodesk up 12%, up $15.
Not a bad day.
Yeah. You get Western Digital up 2.5%. eBay's up 1.6%. Now look at this one. Just the opposite. Yeah. Dollar Tree down 15%. Now, Ross is down 4%. I know. We'll bring up Dollar Tree.
Yeah. Now, did they come out with their earnings, or one of their competitors?
No, they come out with their earnings.
They did. Okay.
Yeah. And so what's interesting? Let's look at this. Okay. So let's bring this down. Where is it? Okay.
Yeah. 1.8. Yeah.
They saw they were supposed to make.
So that's going to be it was no. You got it. It's fourth quarter earnings 189 versus 190. Okay. But I think that is what is a little bit more startling. They're guiding down, right? Yeah. Their next first quarter diluted earnings per share, they were looking for about 131. They're looking for 118 to 125 now. And let's just see if we click down one. Oops, I went too far. I want to get the numbers in terms of revenue. Maybe up 1. Okay.
So same store sales too. The estimate was 2.8%. They came in at 2.4%, so that's down a little.
I mean, not good, right? In terms of they missed on earnings. They're guiding down for next quarter. Same-store sales didn't come in with what they thought.
What a hit, though, 15%.
I agree.
So let's go to, I just want to look at this. So put this up for a second. So you're going to see, look at that, though. That you had a high volume low. Oh, look what it's going after. 1 second, let me pull this back. Oof, this is pretty heavy. So, you know, this is something that you got to see. This is volume off the highs, too. This is pretty intense. So we broke back inside the... Let me bring this back further, see where we're at. It's been quite a run, right?
Phew.
We bring this back 2008, it's $12. It does a 10-bag, we're up to 116. You're back inside the lower range, so that puts game into $80 now, 80 to 65. Now, Ross... When we come back, we'll do Ross, because I'm wondering if Ross also come out with...
I think they came out yesterday.
Did they?
But this could be...
R-O-S-T.
Oh, one more.
Oh.
I think they came out yesterday. Yeah, see, they had action yesterday as well.
Okay.
But this is getting factored in, I'm sure.
Yeah. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
You don't buy into that nonsense, do you? You know you can't time the markets. I didn't. And in 2006, I set out on a mission to do just that. I began by surrounding myself with the greats like Tom O'Brien, Larry Pesavento, David White, and Basil Chapman. I read countless books and even looked to the moon and planets for answers. Now, we both know that trading is 80% mental. So I learned the exact tools that Tony Robbins uses to overcome fear. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability. And last March, the folks at Timers Digest began tracking my newsletter signals, which through January 18, 2018, placed me as the #1 gold timer for that exact time frame. Now, I can't officially be recognized until Timers Digest has a full year of signals, but clearly I've learned how to time the markets, and I'd like to teach you how to do that as well. Subscribers to Mastering Probability gain access to my live and archive workshops where I show you the exact same patterns that earned me this #1 ranking. If you're looking for great market calls and an education, sign up for Mastering Probability today at TFNN.com.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com. Educating investors. Learn how to trade options with swim lessons. Brought to you by TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. The market has a permanent fixture at Sherwin-Williams with green paint.
We'll see. Dow's still down 107. S&Ps are negative. Nasdaq's in positive territory.
Nasdaq.
Far cry from where we were as of 5:30, 6 o'clock last night,
Totally.
even 9 o'clock this morning, definitely.
Deviant, folks.
So Ross Stores, let's take a look. We're going to jump back in.
ROST, so...
And Dave White in the den there putting in some good numbers. So it looks like they came in adjusted earnings per share at 98 cents. The estimate was around 93, so that's kind of yesterday. They got that bump. So revenue of about over $4 billion. They were looking for 3.95. Those are some of the numbers.
Look at their comp sales were good too, though. You know, estimate was 3. 0.1. They come in at 5.
Definitely. And that's where if you pull up the chart again, all of the numbers, they traded higher yesterday. Today is a result of maybe saying, okay, maybe everything is not as rosy as we thought in the discount retail sector, right?
And thus far, they're rejecting lower price, but there's going to be the volume's going to be too high here. So this is basically an exercise in you had a high volume low from the 9th. Now what you're going to do here, you're going to have another high volume low. So my take is that you're going to go back there.
And this is a weekly, the week
exactly.
Yep.
And we're only on Wednesday.
Yes.
So. That's basically a heads up. Let's see some of the higher volume stocks out here. What else is sticking out? We talked about Autodesk, Dollar Tree, U.S. Steel. Let's go to U.S. Steel. So this baby still. These are all in big ABC structures up. Look at them. They're going, man. Nucor, as I said, I think Nucor is the best. It's the strongest stock out here. That we go take a look at that. You're going to see it. That's got a shot to get 82.
Yeah.
Just because it wants to test it.
Sure. Definitely.
Stay right there, folks. We got swim lessons coming up next for you. And then, of course, we got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back this afternoon. Have a great one, folks. Have a safe one. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Go get them, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.